What are you doing with yourself these days? Are you even a pro skateboarder anymore?
I guess I'm retired, sorta. But you never know. I've been skating a lot while I'm out here in Arizona where we're at right now, and I feel like I am enjoying skating more than I have in a long time. Maybe because there's just no pressure to do anything, and it's just strictly for fun. But yeah, I guess I'm retired. I got a kid and all that stuff. Got a second one on the way.
No, are you working on a comeback part?
No, nothing at this moment. Not at all. Yeah, not at all. No negatives. But I'm just saying, you never know in like a year or two if I just film something for the love of the game.
What happened to you? Didn't your ankles just snap off or something?
Yeah, I needed surgery a long time ago. I should have gotten it done when in like my young 20s. But yeah, I had reconstructive ankle surgery on my left ankle. My right ankle is pretty screwed too. But yeah, I had to get cadaver ligaments put in there and stuff. I needed it just forget skating. I needed it just for walking around. This is a true story. One day, I was trying to like knock out this bee's nest or something like that, and I stepped in this little hole. It wasn't anything. If a normal person stepped in it, you'd just be like, oh, whoa, wobble a little bit. I fully roll my ankle upside down, like, and then I like bump the bee's nest and get stung in the head. Like, it was like something from like a Naked Gun movie or whatever. And my wife saw it happen to me, and I just looked at her. I was like, I need surgery.
Have you ever tried stand-up comedy?
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing it a little more recently. Just why not try it out? May suck at it, may be good at it, who knows?
I imagine, like myself, a big topic would be parenting for you to talk about.
That, you know what, that opens up the doors for, it gives you so much subject matter to go off of. Louis C.K. does it though. It's like, I fucking hate my kid. Like, yeah. For real, I hate my kid. And there's very real moments like that. So yeah, you're gonna speak about what you know, and that's what I'm really learning all about right now and everything. And then I'd always just go back to mainly poo and boner jokes. So that's about all I got.
Your kid's about to be 3. What's the funny stuff he's doing right now?
Not doing anything funny on purpose. Mostly I enjoy just watching him fall. I mean, he just eats shit constantly, and that's wildly entertaining to me. They're made of rubber at that age. They can just fall constantly and be completely fine. That's fun to me, watching him almost die a lot.
I agree with you, but I'm out here hanging out with Jaws in Phoenix, and I can't imagine what it would be like to be the dad of that kid.
Yeah, I would definitely, whenever you can't find Jaws, you just get like, where is he? You're at a skate spot, you just got to look to the highest point, like, oh my God! Yeah, he's the chute-less base jumper. Dude's out of his gourd, and he's going to ollie off something so high one day that his spine is going to shoot out of the top of his head.
How do you feel about guys like that and like a Nija who are basically teaching young kids to commit suicide?
Dude, I feel like now, when I started skating, it looked so fun, and it was insanely fun. Still is fun. But for me as a little kid to see that, I don't know how I would perceive it, because some of it just seems so unachievable.
I just feel like you know, like that Nija DC part was so insane, but if I'm 12 and that's the first part that I ever see, yeah. I'm like, well, if I have to skate like that, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna snap my neck because I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, you're gonna snap your neck, and it's like an unattainable level of skill and precision. Well, you know what it has caused, and I guess there's a couple of these guys nowadays where they're all will, no skill. I love when those guys come out. They couldn't do a kickflip on flat if their life depended on it, but then they will just huck themselves into a back lip down like a 20-something stair rail or whatever, or just switch front board. They're out of control. Somehow stupidity lets them live through it most of the time. There's that one guy, he came out, he was like, he existed for like 5 minutes. Carlos Ruiz, switch 50-50, the Heath Hubba, and he looked super shaky, and like his physique, like his body was made out of like a Jello jiggler or something. He didn't die maybe he did die after that. Maybe he tried to film the second part and he's dead now or whatever. Yeah, nobody's seen him since then, right? He's gone.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, okay, cool. It's official. He's dead.
How about that shitty back foot kick out on tray flips? You know what I'm talking about?
I hate that. That's like beating off and then staring at yourself in the mirror the whole time you do it, like making eye contact with yourself. It's like, it's self-masturbation. That's the worst thing ever. I hate it.
I think worse than that, though, is the epidemic we have right now of shitty nicknames.
Shitty nicknames? Like who?
I mean, we got a million. We got a moose. We got a willow.
Oh,
we got a Furby. Yeah. We got a Lizard King.
Yeah, well.
We got a bunch of names that mommy didn't give them.
Lizard King is you know what? I've met him back when he was a little kid in Salt Lake City, Michael Plum.
That's the thing. I call him Mike.
You call him Mike? Yeah.
Yeah, his mother gave him a name. I call him Mike.
Yeah, because you're punk rock, brother. You're going against the grain. You can't.
Anthony Scalamari, not Ragdoll. I'm not going to call a grown man.
Yeah,
I'm not going to call
Scalamari. You may want to call yourself something else. Yeah, that is weird, man. It makes me think, I don't know, people out there probably don't know Rodent or whatever, but Rodent is a 40-plus-year-old man that still refers to himself as Rodent. It blows my mind. It's just like, really? Yeah, there are shitty nicknames. You are 100% correct.
How about for yourself, if you could pick a nickname to try to get to stick?
Well, I did pick one for a bit. I was self-proclaimed the before my name. I was the Tim, and it was kind of working. People were doing it in captions in magazines and stuff like that. They were calling me the Tim, and yeah, it kind of worked. So that's not a hypothetical. That actually happened for a little bit.
Is that pre the Muska? Or did he bite?
It was the Muska and the Gons. They were the two only the something. So I was like, throw me in there. Give me a the. Started off as a joke. It started off as a joke and remained a joke the whole way through. But some people were writing it. It kind of stuck to some degree.
Now that the dream is over, it's starting to fade away.
Yeah.
You get misty-eyed about glory days. What do you miss the most?
I don't miss any of it, man. It was annoying. Staying at the worst hotels ever. I'm going to this awesome country, going to Australia. Like, that's so awesome. Like, yeah, it is. But, when I go there, I'm going to hang out behind a Kmart near a dumpster where there's this weird embankment that's sort of good to skate at or whatever. Like, that's going to be my trip there. So now I'm going to go back to all these places and really, go to the fun stuff, go to the beach and hang out and everything.
You don't think you're going to take your son to, that weird embankment behind Kmart as vacation spot?
No, fuck no. My kid tries to go skating. I'll just give him a shinner, just hack him with a board in the shin. Stop that shit, you idiot.
Is that the worst occupation that your kid could probably get into?
Yeah, right now, unless he's like Nija. Well, I should start doing like Nija's dad and just whipping him and stuff like that.
And just steal his money.
Completely, I'm going to steal his money. That's the main reason we had the kid. He's part me, so he kind of owes me that money if he makes anything.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm not saving anything for myself. I expect my kid to fully wipe my ass and take care of me.
That's my retirement. That's my retirement fund right there.
That's it.
My little golden goose.
Would you be bummed if your kid started skating?
Are we being honest now? No. If we're being honest, I wouldn't care. Hey, you can do whatever he wants. Play football, whatever he's into. Do gay bukkake porn, whatever floats his boat, man. Actually, the gay bukkake porn, I'd be a little disappointed. I would like him to be the first person to be in a bukkake porn and nutting on a girl's face, but then also still overcome all those odds and become the president of the United States.
So now what? You're going to be big Hollywood TV star? That's the new thing in your life?
TV right now. Yeah, I'm still in that in-between period, figuring things out and everything. Luckily, I've been good with my money, so money's not an issue for me. My dad's rich, so if shit hits the fan, I just go to Papa, go to Daddy Warbucks. I'm golden. Life is good for me. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
But what's the first gig? What's this TV show that you got coming out next week?
The show is...
Or whenever.
It's with Bam Margera. You guys may have heard of him.
Does he still skate?
Not really. A little bit.
He's looking a lot like Phil lately.
You know what? He does, dude. He looks a lot like Phil, but it's weird. I was like, wow. He even says it himself. He's like, man, I'm gaining weight and stuff like that. But he's like, look, I'm not really fat. And he lifted up his shirt, and he wasn't really fat. It was weird. Because I think it's maybe the drinking and stuff like that is just giving him that swell in the face. But he wasn't as fat as I thought he was going to be when he took his shirt off. I was really like, what? Like, you look fatter in your face than you actually are. Yeah, it's Bam's show. He's obviously the main host of it. It's a game show, and it's like an elimination challenge game show.
So what are you doing on it?
I'm the co-host. Like, it's me.
Why do they need a co-host if they got a Bam?
Well, because it's a lot of heavy lifting for Bam to be. So I'll come out.
Is that a fat joke?
Hey, no, it wasn't. But yeah, there was no pun intended there.
You have a catchphrase?
No, but I should have thought of one, actually. Yeah, I'll think of that for season 2. I'll have a catchphrase.
You need a catchphrase.
Yeah, something like the old Ron Burgundy, stay classy. I'll have something much cooler.
Hey-oh!
Yeah, I don't have one. So I'm not going to just whip out something right now that's absolutely retarded. Hopefully it does good, because I don't ever want a real job. I don't want to have to go work in this place forever.